to recognize that there are certain things that we cannot ignore. And one of the things that we discovered we absolutely cannot ignore is the fact that our existence, our health, our well-being, our progress, our growth, our success as human beings, as a society, as a country, as a world, is completely interconnected and dependent on nature. And what has been absolutely amazing in the last few years is the incredible behavioral change that actors who've campaigned for, whether it was the Beat Plastic Pollution campaign with the UNEP that we did last year, the year before that, whenever we've spoken about clean air, more and more artists, especially the younger generation, has been campaigning, voicing, and finding their own interpretations and opportunities to bring better awareness. But that awareness really starts from personal action and personal change. I'm going to name a few people here who I really admire for the changes that they brought up about. All the PAPs seated here will attest to this fact that in the last 2 years, since we launched the Beat Plastic Pollution campaign at the IFA press conference, and my bandits who carry my metal bottle everywhere I go, at the risk of being called crazy, has had some effect. And that effect is evidenced in many of your photographs of sightings outside gyms, sightings outside various places where leading ladies, and I have to say it's mostly the ladies, who are carrying their own traveling bottles. And they have ditched the single-use plastic bottle. And that's just one behavioral change. There are artists in our fraternity, whether there are writers, directors, actors, editors, musicians, singers, each one is beginning to weave in the narrative of nature into their storytelling and into the craft and into the work that they're doing. I am especially privileged to be a part of this year's IFA because it's being held in Madhya Pradesh. It is an extraordinary state. It's the first state I witnessed my first wild tiger in, at Pench, Madhya Pradesh. And whether it's the Gond art or it's the tribal culture, in fact, we were talking about reducing air pollution, and we gave the tribal ladies cooking equipment that didn't have to burn coal or wood. And they made the most amazing handmade rotis with that cooking device. Now these are stories that we hope to be able to tell through the IFA platform. Stories about human change, behavioral change, and the celebration of these narratives that will bring bigger and better change. And thank you once again, IFA and Viscraft, for making the difference that you do and giving UNEP the opportunity to collaborate with you. This is a very important decade. The next 10 years will truly attest to the fact on whether we are deserving of this planet or not. So we can all start. Today, now, every action counts, every choice counts, and I know we're capable of doing much, much more. Thank you.